Hey guys, welcome back to episode 109 of the Pulling Curls podcast. Today we're talking about guilt. I mean, guys, I used to work for the Catholics, so I really understand guilt, but organizing doesn't. Let's untangle it. I'm Hillary Erickson, the curly head behind the Pulling Curls podcast, where we untangle pregnancy, parenting, home, and even travel. We know there's no right answer for every family, but hopefully we can spark some ideas that will work for yours. Life's tangled, just like my hair. Okay, guys, before we get started, did you guys know how important reviews are? They're more important than guilt. Really, seriously. If you could leave me a review. I mean, I kind of want to guilt you into leaving me a review, but I feel like that's maybe not my best choice in this episode. But this is me ladling guilt on you. Please leave a review. Thank you so much. Do you ever just feel like it's unfair that some people can have company over at a moment's notice? Their house is just super easy to clean up and they can relax on the couch with Netflix while you feel like you always have things to do around your house. That can totally be you. The Organized Home is all new in 2021. We're talking about decluttering, zones, organization systems that actually work. We've got assignments and challenges. I hope you'll join us. You can use coupon code UNTANGLED. Look for the Organized Home link in the show notes. Okay, guys, guilt is one of the major reasons why I don't organize areas. And I find that it happens so much in the bathroom. So this episode coincides with the Organized Home bathroom section. It is coming out next month. I would love to have you guys inside because it's an area that's so fun to organize with other people because we all realize that we have challenges and things like I'm talking about today that we need to get over so that we can have a better life. And so today I wanted to talk about kind of the guilt. Let's just air it out in the open and say that it's there and that it's something that isn't helping us. So first off, we're going to talk about how to deal with guilt when you're organizing in general, not just your bathroom, but I think in your bathroom, we tend to think we thought this product was going to fix XYZ, and A, maybe it didn't need to be fixed, and B, it didn't. Is it just me, or sometimes they lie in marketing? Anyway, so think about it first. Is the guilt helping you to progress? Because I think there are some things that we sort of feel guilty of, like when we're a kid and we lie. And that reminds us, we don't want to lie again. We want our moms to be able to trust us. And so guilt in those cases can make us change and be better people, right? And I do think that in some ways, guilt can help us not make these mistakes again, right? We don't rebuy XYZ because we know that they lie in their marketing. And so it does make a change. And we have to just be like, okay, so the guilt is helping me, like we're 5 and we've lied to our mom. The guilt is helping me realize that lying isn't a good idea, that we want our mom to trust us. So I'm not going to do again. When it's with the mascara that was supposed to make beautiful long lashes, we say, I'm realizing that this guilt is helping me realize that I should just stick to my standard mascara from the drugstore instead of paying more expensive mascara at the makeup counter, right? So you can use the guilt to help you, but usually it's about choices in the future. It very rarely is helping you organize better, right? Maybe just me. So another thing you can do is there's someone, like maybe the product didn't work for you, but maybe it would work for one of your friends. And there's no shame in saying, hey, I bought this foundation, but it's way too dark for me. I can't return it. Would you be interested in it? See if they are. Don't foist it on them. Don't just drop off a bunch of makeup at a friend's house unless you know that's their thing. And see if somebody else would like it. Because sometimes that really helps my guilt when I know that somebody else could enjoy it, that I'm not just wasting it. Another thing you can do, and my friend McKenzie talked about this on her episode, was talking about they're buying in places that have good return policies. Because if you buy it at Ulta, or I believe at Sephora, if you take it home and it is not super lash lengthening, it can go right back to Sephora and you can get your money back. But you're going to have to remember that you have a little spot of where you return things. You're going to have a routine for that kind of a thing. But when you buy it at a place like that, where they're standing up behind the guarantees, you're just assured that you're hopefully going to get what you want, right? But again, if it doesn't work, take it back. Use that return policy. And if it does work, share it on Instagram. because I love it when people share beauty products that really work for somebody. I've always gotten my best products that way. Anyway, the other thing you can do is just resolve to do better. So my dad calls it a sunk cost. My dad was an economics professor, if you guys didn't know. It's a sunk cost. So there's nothing you can do if you bought it at XYZ, you've opened it, it cannot be returned. There's nothing you can do. What you are doing is you are putting more cost into that item, right? By keeping it, by using the storage, by having to rearrange your thing, by keeping this item you don't want, you're adding to the cost. So what you have to do is just be like, like, that, my purchase price is a sunk cost and it's not working for me. So I'm going to throw it away before I sink more time, money, effort into this item. Right? So realize that it's a sunk cost and you're moving on. I love the idea of the sunk cost because so often we have a sunk cost and we just pile more cost onto that item because we're ashamed, embarrassed, whatever. Resolve to do better. Make a change. And then finally, realize that everyone makes mistakes. Everyone buys beauty products that they don't love. Everyone maybe buys a larger bottle of beauty products that kind of goes, some of my products kind of go a little sour, and it may just be living in Arizona and then I keep my house fairly warm. But those things happen. That's not something to feel guilty about. Resolve to do better next time. Maybe buy a smaller bottle next time. Learn from your mistakes, but there isn't a real reason to have guilt behind it. So if you, whoever's listening to this, if it is keeping you from organizing because you're afraid of what you're going to find and how you're going to feel when you find it, stop it. There's no reason to do that. You can make a change. That change starts by either throwing that item away, giving it to somebody, all those different kinds of things. But keeping things that aren't useful to you is not helping that guilt. It's just prolonging it. So take the sunk cost, move on. Don't let it stop you from organizing, right? So what I'd love to hear on the show notes for this at Pulling Curls is, what are you holding on to that guilt is stopping you from either an area you're not organizing because you know there's guilty things in there, or if there's a product that you won't throw away. This can happen with gifts too, right? I always feel guilty when I'm throwing away something somebody gave to me. Why? If they're a true friend, they don't want me to hold on to something. And if they're not a true friend, why do I care? Right? So get into the organized home. We are doing the bathroom last month. Like, we've done the entry, we've done the living rooms coming up, the kitchen. Do not miss the kitchen episode. We've got the bedroom. There's all sorts of information in there. So get in there. You can get in for just a month and then you can jump out whenever you're ready. I'd love to see you guys inside. If you guys have any questions, find me on Instagram, email me, however, I'd love to talk to you. Just get in there and organize. Stop letting guilt stop you from having a nicer, happier experience in life. Thanks so much for joining us on today's episode. We know you have lots of options for your ears, and we are glad that you chose us. We drop episodes weekly, and until next time, we hope you have a tangle-free day.